Hi, I'm Cameron and I'm going from Washington, D.C. to Boston. This ride is going to take a lot of time, 2 days. It's going to take a decent amount of money, $109.25, and it's going to involve 12 different transfers. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to try to explain this as I go along, but basically just know that all these numbers you see are each of the different routes, and it should work. I hope it works. It better work. I'm really hoping it works. Hello, it's me in College Park, Maryland right now at the Metro stop. It's like 5:25 in the morning. Stayed overnight at a friend's place in College Park here. Now we're gonna catch Metro Rent so we can catch our 6:10 MARC train. I'm already freezing my ass off.
I see nothing out the window. Nothing out the window. Watching all the leaves grow. Leaves grow. Feels better in my dreams though. Dreams though. And the sun will shine.
So we're going to be leaving DC in just a second. This is the MARC train, which is the Maryland Area Rail Commuter Train. Great service. If you're from Maryland, it's going to pass through a lot of familiar stops. Aberdeen, New Carrollton, BWI, Baltimore, Bowie State, whole bunch of places. And soon enough, we'll be in Perryville. The sun will be up. It should be a good time.
Wind blows. Feels better in my dreams though. Dreams though. I just wanna sleep forever. Please just let me leave forever. I don't need an antidote. Antidote. I don't need an antidote. Antidote. I don't need an antidote.
Currently leaving the Perryville MARC station. I'm going to walk over to a stop at a nearby church because it wasn't exactly clear if the Cecil Transit bus turned into here, and I'm not going to be taking any chances, so I'm just going to one of the stops that I know they stop at every time. So Cecil Transit, here we come. As you can see, I'm in Perryville. However, I need to get to Newark, Delaware. You might ask, why Newark? Well, there's a commuter train run by SEPTA which takes you from Newark to Philadelphia, which is the next major city along our route. Luckily for us, there's a local transit agency called Cecil Transit, which runs a bus from here to Elkton, Maryland, and then another bus from Elkton to Newark. So I'm at Cecil College. There's a guy in there who wouldn't let me in to wait. I was like, hey, I wait inside, I'm just waiting for the bus. He's like, sorry, I can't do that unless you're a student. Which I get. It's also cold as So the bus driver circling around now is on break for 30 minutes, so. While the driver's finishing their lunch, I'm going to tell you about the next few legs of the journey. If you had a keen eye, you would have noticed that the SEPTA train, leaving from Newark in the last animation, went through 2 different colored lines and a transfer point here in Wilmington. While SEPTA does go to Newark, the next train wasn't until 4, and I arrive at Newark around 11:40. This is where DART comes in. They have a bus from Newark to Wilmington that I'll take, where I can then catch a train to Philly at around 2:30. Not only will I be saving time, I'll be making up distance in the process. I'll even have some spare time to eat lunch and stretch my legs. After I'm recharged with food, I'll catch the Philly-bound train out of Wilmington, make it to Philadelphia, and then take another SEPTA train out of the city and onwards to Trenton. Side note here, SEPTA stands for Southeastern Pennsylvania Transit Agency, yet they still have rail stops in both Delaware and New Jersey. I don't know, I'm just wondering how that works. As you can see, I made it to Trenton. With the sun setting, I'm going to ride New Jersey Transit's Northeast Corridor line into New York City. This drops me off at Penn Station. However, my next ride out of the city is the MTA Metro North Railroad's New Haven line, and it leaves from Grand Central Terminal. So I'm going to have to walk from Penn Station to Grand Central. And to all of you transit nerds screaming about the 42nd Street shuttle, I am not going to waste time to take a niche line for 4 blocks when I have 2 perfectly good legs. Look, I know I said no excessive walking, but it is a 20-minute, 1-mile walk in Midtown Manhattan, probably the most walkable area in the entire country. This is not excessive walking. Alright, well, I'm in New Haven. Actually see some flurries coming down. Looks like it might snow. Today was successful. Really things were a few minutes late, but everything was on time for the most part and didn't miss anything and everything went to plan, so it's a good first day. We got through the hard part and tomorrow should be a breeze. We're gonna be in Boston, so we can do this. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. Spoiler alert, things would go wrong. But before you see that, I'm going to stay overnight in a sketchy New Haven neighborhood. Good morning. Took a shower this morning. Woke up a bit late, but I think I'll make it to the train station on time. Going to Springfield today, and then I'm going to take all these PVTA buses, so we'll see how this works out. Catch y'all later. You might be wondering what PVTA is. That would be Pioneer Valley Transportation Authority. But we actually need to get to the Pioneer Valley first. But before I even tell you about that, I need to fill you in on why I'm going this way in the first place. When I was brainstorming this trip, I thought it would make more sense to stay along the coast. I originally thought I would take CT Rail out to New London and then take a Southeast Area Transit District or a C bus out from New London towards Rhode Island. The problem is the nearest stop to Rhode Island is just this patch of dirt by the side of the road by an off-ramp of I-95. I would then have to walk 3 miles down some roads with no sidewalks or pedestrian access, and only then would I be at the nearest bus, which is a Rhode Island Public Transportation Authority bus out of Westerly to Providence. Once in Providence, I could catch a regional rail train into Boston, though, courtesy of MBTA. Yeah, so we're not going to be doing that. Instead, I've opted to take CT Rail north into Springfield, which is home of, you guessed it, BVTA. Through a series of weird buses, I can then get to Worcester and take regional rail from here instead to get into Boston. Sorry to pause the music right as it's getting good, but does anyone notice something wrong here? Because I do. No? Okay, let me rewind a little. Notice this list of weird buses? Notice how one says B43? Okay, good. Now tell me what you think this says. In my defense, the 8 looks a lot like a 3. I got on the B-48, not the B-43. Oh, what would I do now? Turns out all I would do is ride the bus back, since it just goes back there, and it won't mess with my schedule. The driver did make me get out and get back on, but otherwise everything is fine. So here's some views on the way back. Now that I'm back where I need to be, I'll let the video do the rest of the talking. I even had a chance to visit Amherst and visit UMass's college campus, so you'll see it here. Well, as you can see, I'm in Boston. So is it possible to get from DC to Boston using only public transport? If you got 2 days and $109 and some change to spare, sure is. That's it. I don't really know what I do when I get here, so I'm gonna figure it out now. It's almost 9, so I don't know. I'll figure something out. Catch y'all later. So I've taken bus, I've taken rail, but I haven't quite taken water shuttle. I'm sailing.